Really quickly before we get into the video, there will be a new work in progress Patreon build out tomorrow on Road to Vostok's new equipment system. I'll be reviewing it just like the last work in progress version on inventory changes, so stay tuned for that one tomorrow. But for now, let's jump into this video. A good video game, in my opinion, is built off of multiple levels of enjoyment. There are core activities in a video game, but what really shows a video game's ability to be a well-rounded experience is what you can do outside of the core gameplay. It could range from player-driven exploration to how your character engages in a game world, like cooking or crafting, or even more remedial activities, like a simple game of cards or going fishing. It's the ability to break up any potential monotony when doing the main game, and can be the breather sometimes needed to keep a game fresh for much longer than its suspected shelf life. Today, we're going to talk about that last one, and how fishing could be a huge benefit to the overall experience of Road to Vostok. If you'd like to, maybe consider subscribing to stick around for more Road to Vostok content here on my channel. So, why fishing? And I think a big factor is that fishing is incredibly popular as a hobby in Finland. With lots of natural water sources, there's tons of opportunities for backyard fishing. Just heading off into the wilderness, picking a river, and fishing for stuff like perch or pike. And the potential for fishing runs a ton further than just being a hobby activity in Road to Vostok, offering us a tradable commodity, a food source, and even as potential side mission objectives. Road to Vostok's approach to trading will be an interesting one, where there may be some sort of a currency to use, but the real point of trading will be just that, offering specific things to match the cost of the item you're trading for. So things like fishing or potentially hunting could offer us sources of earnable income outside of the core gameplay of heading out and just fighting dudes. They wouldn't be worth very much as farmable sources of trading, but could still add up to being worth a box of ammo or some medical supplies to help you go out and get the stuff that'll really pay off. There could be a couple different types of fish with different rarity or worth to them. Maybe even having late game fish from the Vostok side that could be worth a lot to Area 5 traders. But outside the potential for the practical in trading, there's the remedial side of fishing. It'll be such a different activity from our combat that it's really primed for being a chance to get away from the survival, the combat, and just take a breather. The chance to get away from Road to Vostok's combat for respite is going to be a bit more than your average game. With such intensive difficulty, especially on the Vostok side, where you risk permadeath, you'll need a chance to get away from all the combat. Moments to focus on healing, and what better than while you source yourself some food for the next leg of your journey, or for some quick cash to replenish your supplies. Breaking up the combat will actually serve to keep it feeling fresh. Of course, it's not like you'll always have opportunities to break from combat and do something else, but having at least a few opportunities along the way, I think, is what will really elevate the entire experience of Road to Vostok. Now, on the side of combat, I have ideas for how the AI could be absolutely deadly to us, but we'll save that one for a future video. Let's just say that some of the suggestions I have are maybe a bit crazy, but I think would overall lead to a really hardcore experience, especially in late game Vostok. But now, let's get to some survival factors, like cooking and eating the fish we catch. The most simple solution to what to do with a caught fish is probably to eat it. But let's talk about how we could have a really interesting balance with our fishing. And the first thing is a question that we can't answer for now, but will food be perishable? Because that will greatly decide how useful fishing is. If we can have huge supplies of fish, then hey, it might be actually really beneficial to us in the long run. But I would kind of like to see it be perishable. Then we'd have reasons for going out and fishing repeatedly. We could even have special fish buckets to keep freshly caught fish from perishing before getting to cooking. And cooking could increase the worth and the perish time of foods, so we could sell them more efficiently. or position ourselves near a trader to bulk sell freshly caught fish. I'm probably looking way too deep into this whole fishing thing, but seriously, I think it could be so well-rounded like this, having reasons to do and benefits to gain. But the other quick side is being able to collect the fish you catch, placing it up on a mount possibly in your shelter. As a fun side activity, you could try to collect all the fish in the game, or save your first catch from the Vostok side and hang it up as a small trophy. It's not like it'd be a huge thing, but just a small way to further engage and make fishing a complete package of game content. I really think the tonal disparity of intense combat and survival to the borderline relaxing fishing would create actually a great balance overall. It's like if you took off in a Tarkov match, just dropped all your gear, and took a while to fish up some carp. It'd be ridiculous, but would be so out of the ordinary for Tarkov that it'd actually be probably pretty cool. Or, as a comparison, hunting for artifacts in Stalker. It's not combat-based, but poses its own unique gameplay elements that are maybe a bit more dangerous than fishing, but still carry a similar point of the benefit of having a well-rounded side activity in a game. You could play the whole series of Stalker and never use an artifact or go hunting for them, because outside of a few missions, they aren't labeled as part of the core gameplay. That's still just the combat and survival. But it's such a damn good gameplay element that it becomes a core gameplay element to people. So it's hard to say what will become of fishing in Road to Vostok's future. If it'll be a minigame or just an interaction, if it'll be valuable or a good source of food, or if it'll even happen, because we are very early on in RTV's development right now. But the thing is, ultimately, it has a ton of potential as a feature. So let me know, what do you think of fishing in a hardcore shooter? Do you think that it fits this game? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And again, stay tuned for the review on the new equipment system coming tomorrow. But for now, thank you for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Until then, peace.